everyone, it's Nicole B, and welcome to my channel. For those who are new, welcome, and for those who are returning to the channel, welcome back. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the essential tools that I believe every jewelry maker should have from the beginning. And that goes from having stringing materials to beads to our pliers. These tools are essential and they have a big purpose in every step of jewelry making. So I want to go ahead and we'll get into each item and we'll talk a little about the things that I use the most and the things that I may not use as much. Some of the tools are specifically niched for certain types of beading. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, everybody, let's get started. I have my first set of pliers here, and these are called cutters. This one here is called a side cutter that has a flat side, and it has a beveled side. The bevel just means there's a well. If you can see that space there, okay? And then I have a flush cutter, different shape, more of a bend on the neck area, still has a flat side there, okay? Now these cutters, you don't want to use these to cut any thick gauge wire. You will destroy the blades, okay? They are not made to cut heavy gauge. Now if you choose to use them for that, then you're gonna have to probably just designate these to be used for that that same type of wire. But these are used for stringing wire, okay? These are used for smaller gauge wire, and you actually can use them to cut your stretchy string as well, okay? Then I have my bent nose pliers, okay? You can see the different shape there. The neck is going downward, and if you turn it upside, the beaks point upward, okay? It's like a duck bill, okay? These are going to be used to fit into those tight areas. And if you want to use these to, use for jump rings, which is what I use them primarily for, and getting into those little tight corners, they work very well for that, okay? My next set of pliers I have, these are chain nose pliers. Chain nose. Okay, flat on both sides, sort of rounded on the edges here, and then that tip is flat. Okay, and again, these are chain nose pliers. These have a smooth inner section to the mouth, so the inside of the mouth is smooth. There's no serration there. So when you have a serrated pair of pliers, the inner part, it has these creases, and when you grab onto something and squeeze tight, it causes marks and you scrape up the wire. So you don't want to use those type, okay? Again, these are non-serrated pliers, okay? Then my last pair of regular pliers, these are round nose pliers. If you can see, the tips are rounded, okay? And then they are shaped like a cone. There's a thicker diameter at the base, and as it extends outward, the diameter becomes smaller, okay? These are made for creating loops in the wire, okay? Then I have my special pliers here that I use for specific niche. Remember I talked about those niche type of pliers? These are my niche types of pliers, okay? So the first set I have is, this one is called a 6-step looper or a bail maker, okay? If you look and see the tips, you can tell kind of like what the diameters are looking like for each step. So here and here you have a certain size, and here you have a certain size. And when I say diameter, I mean the roundness, the inner diameter of the metal, okay? And then down here you have a different diameter, and you have a different diameter here as well, okay? 6-step looper, and these are also made to use with making loops, okay? The next set of special pliers or niched pliers, this is a crimping tool. This is what we're going to use to make our jewelry finished on the ends. So we're going to put a crimp tube on, and then we're going to close the crimp tube or the crimp bead. You can have a tube or a bead, and you're going to use this to close it with. Okay, it looks similar to the cutters with this little bent area. It's flat on this side. There's divots in there. So once you close the crimp, I'm trying to hold it so that maybe you can see. There's some spaces there, and it creates a shape of half of a donut. So if you can picture a donut and then break it in half, that moon shape is what this is going to create on your crimp. Okay, so that's what that's for. Then our next set of pliers, this is what we call memory wire cutter. Okay, it looks pretty different from the other ones. So it has this rounded edge here, and then when you open it, it allows you to sit the wire inside. This is how I hold mine. You sit the wire in there, and when you cut it, you squeeze, it cuts. See that? It cut it. Okay. So again, this is for a memory wire. This is a memory wire plier. Okay. This last one I have, this last tool, this is used to open up what we call split rings. Okay. I want you to see how the ends are shaped. This one is rounded. There's a curve. And this one here has a point on the end. So what you would do is you would close it on top of that split area, and it would open it up. Okay. So how about I go ahead and demonstrate what I am saying with the split ring. Okay. Here's my split ring. You can see where the split is. Okay. I'm just going to grab it, and it's open. Ta-da! See? The split ring is open. Now, if I want to slide a charm on there, if I want to slide on another ring, a jump ring, or another split ring, I can. Think of this as using the keychain method. Okay? That's kind of what this is. It's actually what this is made exactly like those keychain rings. Okay, so that's what that's for. Okay, and I also wanted to demonstrate cutting wire with the cutter. Okay, so I have my cutter, have my piece of wire, and you hear how that just snapped right off. Okay, I have my piece of wire. And then I want to demonstrate how to make a loop with the looper. Okay, this is our first set of plier that can make loops. So you just place it on the tip, and you're going to turn all the way. And then you can take it out and place it back in to close it. Okay, and I have a loop. I have a loop on the end, see? Okay, now if I wanted to create a loop with the bell maker or the 6-step looper, okay, this is how we would do that. It depends on which side you want to use. If I want to use this, the smaller looper, I'm gonna roll it outward. If I want to make the loop a little wider, I'm gonna roll the plier toward me. Okay, so I'm gonna do a smaller loop. Okay. Oops, sorry. I knew I was going to do that. And I just want to roll it completely. Okay. That's that side. And the loop, if you can see it, the loops are basically a little bit similar. A little similar. You can see those? Okay, so that's how you do that. And of course, demonstrating using my chain nose is what you would use to hold. Okay, The last thing I want to demonstrate is opening and closing a jump ring. Okay, here's my jump ring. I'm going to use the bent nose pliers, and I'm going to use the chain nose pliers again. Okay, so I'm going to hold one side, and then I'll grab my other tool. My bent nose is what I hold straight up, and then I take this one and hold it like that. And then when you open up a jump ring, you're going to open from front to back, not from left to right. Okay, so I'm going to just like that. And now you see how it's open. The jump ring is open. Okay, and then I want to close it back the same method, back and forth like that. Okay, and you want to go back and forth to harden up the wire so it stays in place. And again, it's back closed. Okay, it's back closed. So that is how I use my pliers. The ones that I use the most are these two. I use my bent nose and my chain nose pliers every single time when I'm working with wire and jump rings and split rings. And of course, I'm going to use my cutters. This cutter I use the most because it cuts more, you know, flush to the wire. So these are the three that I use the absolute, well, I'm sorry. And my fourth one, my looper. Okay, so I use these four the most. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Okay, there are going to be lots of more videos coming your way. Okay, again, thank you for stopping by and watching my videos. I so appreciate everyone. Thank you. Bye.